You were made to be ruled. In the end, it'll be every man for himself.
Captain America, the Incredible Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man all together in the same movie and here to save our world from some out-of-this-world baddies. Hello there everyone, and thank you once again for tuning into RealScreenReviews.com. I am, of course, movie critic Nick Iacobucci, and our next movie review is the highly anticipated Marvel Studios' The Avengers. Now, geeks around the world will rejoice on Friday, May 4th, 2012, when they get to see the big guns. Hold on a second. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, and Samuel L. Jackson. That's right, the Avengers. And they also come to us from the perfect man to helm this feature, and that would be Joss Whedon, who could easily be considered one of the more creative people in Hollywood and has been for the last 15 years. Now, I want everyone out there to realize that I just said Joss Whedon and not Josh Whedon, as I said in the review for Cabin in the Woods, because people pointed that out to me, so I at least want to show you that I can get that one correct. He now brings together the all-star team everyone has been waiting for to officially start off the summer movie season with a bang, well, with many bangs, actually. This tale tells of an enemy that surfaces around the Earth and soon proves to be a danger to the entire planet, and thank God we're not talking about Battleship. The agency of S.H.I.E.L.D., led by Nick Fury, must now live up to their reputation of keeping the world safe and finds themselves in need of some assistance. Then a globe-trotting expedition ensues in hopes of recruiting the heroes needed to match the assailants threatening our way of life. Now, before our heroes join together and battle this common enemy, they must first work through some differences and egos of their own, and this is no easy task. Explosive conflicts then find their way into the movie when good and evil clash for power, and will the human beings of the planet Earth ever survive this battle of the gods? Well, people, all I can say is if there was ever a movie that is wholeheartedly critic-proof, then The Avengers is definitely that film. I could stand here all day and night and tell you to save your money or don't go see that, it's crap. But no one cares what anyone thinks about The Avengers. Everyone just wants to see it for themselves. And that's really how I feel about this film. This is a must-see for any gender, race, or age group. Now, I'm going to start with Joss Whedon and this entire project comes together like a magical conjunction simply because he's in control of it. Leave it to the creator of TV's and one of my favorite shows of all time, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, to take all of these solo elements and characters and kind of intertwine them into almost 2.5 hours of, oh my gosh, entertainment. Now, I want everybody out there to realize that I said gosh and not goss. See, I'm learning. They may have been attempting to create a superhero film, but what they accomplished is one of the best standalone action adventures ever, in my opinion. In the coming weeks, this will definitely be compared to Spider-Man 2, The Dark Knight, and Superman the movie, because like those, this is an actual film that's incorporated into the world of superheroes. The Avengers is cinematic excellence that will be regarded as much more than a summer popcorn flick. Now, one of the most amazing aspects of this film is how nobody is left out or shortchanged. Now, for the life of me, I cannot figure out how the filmmakers allowed for everyone to shine multiple times throughout this movie and still come off with these being authentic characters and individuals. Also, the fraternity fun amongst the team members also added to the entertainment. Whether trying to one-up each other with their superpowers or with just plain old smart remarks, the interaction between the leads was just great. When I think of huge movies, and make no mistake about it, this is the hugest movie that I can think of, it usually falls too far in one direction or gets lost in subplots, but not this time out. The Avengers is a perfect blend and balance of all the talents involved, and no one is left out or wasted. Now, how does the action satisfy in this film? The adventure, the explosions, and the superhero warfare was as unrelenting as it was impressive, and it rarely stops long enough for you to catch your breath. This film will play lovingly to the fanboys and/or geeks, but if you have never heard of these characters, and I hope they moved the rock so everybody could, well, I would still venture to say that this would most likely be a dead bang winner in almost anyone's book. On top of everything else, this is a really smart and intelligent movie that never insults the intellect of the viewers. There are moments when this film almost comes to a figurative halt and then forces the audience to not only comprehend the situation being told, but also think about the way that the world actually works. Who would have thought that that would come in the form of a popcorn summer movie? At 2 hours and 22 minutes, some might complain that The Avengers was too long, but that would not be me. With the entire fan base of all of these famous characters and all of the differences in all of the actors themselves, it's really amazing that this has come together so brilliantly. When Marvel started this journey years ago with Iron Man and the Hulk, I don't think that anyone could have imagined just how this would have all played out. But looking back, I don't think they made a wrong move leading up to this point. They assembled each character in their own story and then connected the dots to create this WrestleMania of a superhero film. Sometimes in Hollywood, which by the way rarely happens, the perfect cast comes together and starts speaking lines from a perfect script, and then the perfect director comes along to oversee this project to fruition. Nick's real screen review is, you guessed it, a perfect 4 stars out of 4, and that's for the absolute must-see start of the summer movie season, the Marvel superhero all-star team known as the Avengers. And remember people, I'm not always right, but only when it comes to the movies, and thank you very much for your attention.
Dr. Banner, your work is unparalleled, and I'm a huge fan of the way you lose control and turn into an enormous green rage monster.
Thanks.